Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Los Angeles. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Tuesday, December 30th. You'll be interested to know. Today is National Bacon Day. This savory holiday celebrates smoky, crisp bacon in all its forms, tracing playful origins to food lovers and bloggers who made the morning favorite a nationwide phenomenon. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. This morning, it's looking like clean conditions with waves around 0 to 1 foot. The wind is offshore at 4 miles per hour, keeping things smooth. Expect the same small-scale surf throughout the day, with winds shifting to sideshore by midday at 8 miles per hour. Tides are steady, so not much change expected there. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m. with a 4-foot outgoing high tide, when the southwest swell is 0.5 feet at 14 seconds, and the offshore wind is 4 miles per hour. The first low tide on Tuesday will be a 1/2 foot at 12:45 p.m., followed by a 3-foot high tide just before 7. The nearshore buoy at Santa Monica Pier reads 63 degrees for the water temperature. Conditions remain clean with waves at 1 foot for the first 2 days, offering a smooth experience for beginners. As we move into Friday, expect to see choppy conditions with winds shifting onshore, impacting the surf quality. Overall, the best opportunities for catching waves appear limited, making the early part of the period the most favorable. This morning, it's mostly cloudy, and it feels like 54 degrees, with 10 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 4:54, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:59. Looking ahead in the weather. Wednesday will be rainy with a high near 64 and an east-northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 20, with up to 3/4 of an inch possible. Rain continues Wednesday night into New Year's Day with lows near 57 and a high near 62 on Thursday, and periods of rain or showers remain likely through Saturday with lows in the low to mid-50s. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, Sunday marked the final curtain for a once-thriving movie theater in Calabasas, which will soon be demolished as part of a major redevelopment project. The theater management expressed gratitude to the community, stating, "It has been our pride and pleasure to serve the Calabasas community," as they announced December 28th as their last day. Originally opened in 1998 as the Edwards Grand Palace Stadium 6, the theater struggled in recent years due to shifting audience habits and the pandemic. Developer Rick Caruso's company plans to replace it with 80 beautifully designed luxury apartments and more retail space, with groundbreaking expected in February. Now on to sports. The Falcons won, and now the NFC South champion could be complicated. When the Carolina Panthers and Tampa Bay Buccaneers both lost on Sunday, it seemed the NFC South would be decided in a winner-take-all matchup in Tampa Bay in Week 18. However, the Atlanta Falcons, eliminated from playoff contention, play a starring role. The Panthers still control their own path. If they beat the Buccaneers on Saturday, they would win the NFC South by reaching 9 wins. The Bucs also need to beat the Panthers to stay in contention, but their recent struggles make that difficult. In local sports, The Los Angeles Chargers will rest quarterback Justin Herbert in their Week 18 game against the Denver Broncos, as coach Jim Harbaugh prioritizes Herbert's health ahead of the playoffs. Trey Lance will start, while practice squad quarterback DJ Uiagalelei will back him up. Herbert, recovering from a fractured hand, will not dress for the game, which has significant implications for the Broncos, who need a win to secure the #1 seed. With the Chargers already in the playoffs, this decision reflects a strategic move to ensure Herbert is ready for the wild card round. In top news, California has officially abandoned its pursuit of federal funding for high-speed rail, citing the federal government under President Donald Trump as not a reliable, constructive, or trustworthy partner. The state has ended a lawsuit contesting the withdrawal of $4 billion in federal grants for the controversial project. California Attorney General Rob Bonta filed a motion to dismiss this complaint following the Federal Railroad Administration's cancellation of the grants. In a statement, the California High-Speed Rail Authority expressed that it has decided to sever ties with the Trump administration. The project is now estimated to cost $128 billion, nearly 4 times its original price, and California has already spent $15 billion, without even laying one single mile of track in 15 years. In business news, investors are preparing for a very different Federal Reserve in the year ahead. President Trump has indicated he is nearing a selection for the next central bank chair. He has reiterated his demand for lower interest rates and expects the new leader to align with his agenda. While markets have not shown significant concern about the Fed's independence, investors are wary of potential divisions within the central bank. Analysts warn that a less independent Fed could threaten the economy and markets, as aggressive rate cuts might lead to increased borrowing costs. Many investors anticipate further rate cuts early next year, despite the upcoming leadership change. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 2% to about $87,000. Ethereum is down 1.5% to $3,000. And XRP is down 2% to $1.86. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. The biggest satellite ever just reached low Earth orbit, and it is coming for Starlink. Texas-based AST SpaceMobile has launched the largest satellite ever, named BlueBird 6, which measures 2,400 square feet, about the size of a 3-bedroom apartment. This satellite aims to provide direct 5G service to regular cell phones, unlike Starlink satellites. AST plans to launch around 50 more satellites next year. However, the larger size raises concerns about light pollution for astronomers. SpaceX is responding by warning the Federal Communications Commission that BlueBird satellites pose a crash risk. And in entertainment news, the past 12 months were supposed to turn things around for struggling cinemas. But instead of a dramatic return to moviegoing, 2025 is running neck and neck with a middling 2024 box office. Industry revenues are falling far short of the expected $9 billion in domestic ticket sales. Mike Sherrill, the chief operating officer of dine-in cinema chain Alamo Drafthouse, states that it looks like the industry will flatline for 2 consecutive years. While family films and video game adaptations have performed well, adult-oriented dramas have struggled. The future remains uncertain as streaming services reshape the landscape of theatrical releases. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American author and humorist, Will Rogers. And he said, "Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings, Los Angeles.